everyone, it's Bunnibi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of an art challenge for myself. I'm going to be doing some teeny tiny little canvas paintings and I'm really excited to try this out. I've been wanting to do this for a little while now. Alright, so let's get right into this. Alright, so I'm going to be using these 2" by 2" canvases today. I've got my paintbrushes, my paint, and just a little paint palette thing over here. I'm gonna open these up. If you haven't watched my video going on an art shopping spree, this is actually where I got these, and that was many weeks ago, and so I'm finally using these and finally painting on them. So I'm gonna start out with some pink paint here today. I'm gonna use some white as well. I'm just gonna make a little bit of a lighter pink. I didn't really have like a strong idea of what I wanted to do with these. It took me a little bit to think of something fun. That paintbrush almost rolled away. That would have been disastrous. And I just started painting this first one pink. I was kind of just going with the flow of things and figuring out what color schemes I wanted to work with. I knew I wanted a gradient, so then I put down some more white and kind of blended that together. The second one, I decided to go with green, and this green was very transparent. I wasn't expecting this, so I ended up having to do 2 coats for this one. And I also made that one a gradient. And by the way, guys, I am not a painter. I'm like, okay, I love doing all kinds of different art styles. I love it so much, but I'm like very inexperienced with paint. So I'm trying to become more experienced and, you know, get the feel for things a little bit better. If you've been watching my channel, you know I mostly do digital art, but I do love my traditional art and all of that as well. Alright, so we got the bases done. I went with yellow, pink, and green. I'm kind of going for springy vibes, and I wanted this to be a very cohesive set. I wanted them all to match in some sort of way. I did end up sketching out some ideas of kind of what I wanted to go for. I was like, oh my gosh, let me do like a cute little bunny and like flowers and stuff. And so ultimately I decided the bunny would go on the pink background, the flower would go on the yellow background, and then the green one is the one I was actually gonna start with and just kind of wing it. So I'm going to start out with some yellow here, and I'm going to use my dotting tool. I decided, let me do like a little pattern of flowers, because I thought that would kind of match the set. So this was like super duper tiny, so you're going to see my head pop in here a few times, so I do apologize. I was trying to get in super close. It was like, I have horrible eyesight, you guys, so I was like, I can't see. I needed to get in pretty close sometimes. I started out with some little pink flowers, and then I grabbed purple and was just kind of creating this little pattern. It's very funny because like we're in summertime, but I was like, I want spring vibes for this. I don't know why. I just thought it would be like a cute set. And throughout the video, what I ended up doing is just basically using like the same exact colors on all 3 canvases, and that way so everything matched super well and it becomes like a little set. So yeah, this was a lot of fun for me. I was having so much fun like being off the computer and just kind of getting to paint, so it was really cool. And also, you guys left a bunch of awesome comments on one of my posts of what I should paint on these little canvases, and so I've got a lot of ideas from you guys, and so I'm excited to do those in the future as well. So this was just kind of a long process of rinse and repeat, just the same simple little pattern across the whole thing. Keeping it lined up correctly was definitely interesting. I tried my best. So we've got this first little one out of the way here. I like how it turned out, simple but cute. Then I wanted to start on the flower one, so I was taking a look at my sketch and I was just kind of trying to mimic what I drew basically and kind of sketched it out on the canvas. That way I'd have something to go over. I didn't want to freehand this one. So then I just started out with some pink and was just filling in all the petal area. And I was definitely going back and forth on these because I had to wait for lots of different layers to dry. So then we're going to work on the bunny here for a moment. And I actually did end up freehanding the shape on this one. After I got like the white base there, while it was still a little bit wet, I kind of went in with like a creamier color, just with like a little bit of yellow, just to add a little bit of depth there. And I kind of had an idea after I got these all finished. I was like, ooh, what if I did like a little set of canvases for each season? Since this one's kind of spring themed, I could do like a summer one, an autumn one, and a winter one. I feel like that would be pretty fun. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know down in the comments. I then just did some quick second coats over the top of each because they were a little bit transparent still. Just wanted to make sure there was enough coverage everywhere and everything looked pretty nice. And for the pollen in the center here, I just did some light yellow. I mixed some brown with some yellow to give it kind of a golden effect. I started kind of just giving everything an outline. I started giving the leaves an outline. And as well as the petals, I just went with a darker pink to give some shading and shadows and all the things. This is where things get really fun for me. I love doing shading and I love doing highlighting. It's my favorite part. I definitely enjoy painting quite a lot. It's very therapeutic. I will say, I have like an efficiency issue. I'm like, I want to just like keep going, but you can't because the paint is wet and you have to like, you know, be patient, let it dry. So I do get a little stir crazy. I'm like, I wanna keep working on it, but I have to let it dry. That's where I like, you know, doing my digital stuff. I can just go for as long as I need or want to. But I always get very excited with the outcome of paintings. I really do enjoy and appreciate the process. So for the rabbit, I did ultimately decide to go with like a very light brown outline and for shading and kind of stuff. Because I felt like it was just blending a little too much still with the background. Even though the background is darker, I was like, it needs to pop just a little bit more. And I did start sketching out the face first before I went in with the paint. Doing the face was definitely very challenging. I was scared of it being really crooked, but it ended up turning out pretty okay. Then with little Miss Bunny over here, we need to give her a name. Alright guys, I'm definitely gonna need some help naming her. Let me know down in the comments what you would name this sweet little bunny, and I will pick a name by my next video. I started giving her little flower on her ear, and I decided to go with purple to kind of match with our pattern canvas. And I just started adding some sparkles for her too. And I actually went back on the pattern canvas and just added a few little sparkles there as well, just so everything matched properly. All right, I'm just assigning them. And here are our 3 finished mini canvas paintings. I'm really happy with how these turned out. This was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely excited to do more sets like these in the future, or just tiny paintings in general. I don't know why, it's just like, they're so cute, they're so small. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you guys have any more suggestions for paintings, video ideas, anything you guys would like to see, let me know down in the comments. Likes and subscribes are greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!